What's going on, everybody? Process Talking back again with another WWE Backlash review. Well, another review. I am reviewing WWE Backlash 2018. I know that this was 2 days ago, but I am uploading it. Well, I'm uploading it now to YouTube. I know, but I want to give my opinions on it, so whatever. Anyway. For the pre-show match was Ruby Riott versus Sasha Banks. This was a match that was put together because since the Riott Squad came over from SmackDown, they attacked Sasha and Bayley, and obviously this became to a match for the pre-show. It was your typical 10-minute pre-show match. Not a lot happened really here. Bayley tried to help. Was it Bayley? No, actually, Sasha told Bayley that she didn't need any help, so Bayley stayed away and stuff like that. So Ruby Riott gets the win with kind of like a face to the knee. I don't know what they called it, what she calls the finisher, but she got the win, and that was the pre-show match. And then we get on to probably the best match of the night, in my opinion. Seth Rollins versus IC title against The Miz. This was a good match. I thought that these two guys really opened up the show really well, and I thought at that point we're off to a great start. We're off to Seth Rollins and The Miz, two of my faves, and obviously two guys that are the workhorses of the WWE right now with AJ Styles. So I thought, okay, this is a good match. Seth Rollins gets the win, and a real good match. There are a lot of good near falls. Seth Rollins took a sick bump, but he did like the V trigger. He was going to go for the V trigger on the outside when him and The Miz were on the apron, and The Miz ducks out the way and he pulls Seth Rollins' knee hits the post, and he was selling the knee. But then after that, he does the blackout and gets the win. And Seth Rollins is still IC champion, like I thought. I don't think that The Miz was going to get that IC title back anyway, because he's on SmackDown now. So to the next match, we have Nia Jax defending the women's Raw Women's title against Alexa Bliss, my wife, my girl. Anyway, this match was kind of boring. Nia wins the match. Like I said, Nia Jax's title reign is bland as it is. And then to make sure that this title reign is bland as it is, we had a promo by Nia Jax, and she's like, you know what? It doesn't matter if you've been bullied, if you've been whatever, mistreated wrong, but I'm going to fight for this title. I'm going to be the best women's champion. And I look at this promo and I'm like, where have we heard that from before? Sasha Banks, Bayley, even my wife Alexa does it. Ember Moon, I think, did it on NXT. And I don't know why it is with WWE dialogue, but why do you have to have that cringeworthy promo at the middle of this, after the match? Was that needed? Couldn't you do that, in the video package when he was hyping up the Alexa and Nia video package? Couldn't they hype it up there? But why would you, at the end of the match, randomly have an interview for Nia Jax? And the fucking lamp has now cut out on me when I'm recording, so there you go. Anyway, Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton. I thought that these guys should have had a lot of... Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton, I was expecting a lot better, especially from the match from Royal Rumble 08. If you go back to that match, that was one of the best matches they had. And I was looking forward to this match between Jeff and Randy. And they only had 12 minutes on this match, so they didn't really do that much. Jeff gets the win. So that's that. Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. This was a match that I really didn't like the booking of here, because here's a guy in Big Cass that has just recently come back from a big injury, and you're trying to build up you're trying to reintroduce Big Cass back onto the main roster again after having that big injury. So reintroducing Big Cass, you don't obviously have him defeat somebody like Daniel Bryan, maybe that by a count out or maybe that by a clean win. But when he's tapping out to Daniel Bryan, now don't get me wrong, and also Daniel Bryan fans are like, how dare you disrespect Daniel Bryan? I like Daniel Bryan, but if you're going to establish Big Cass as a top face on that SmackDown brand, you've got to actually make him be a top guy in a Daniel Bryan. So him tapping out to Daniel Bryan doesn't make no sense anywhere. How is this guy going to actually be incredible? How is the fans going to get behind this guy as a legit monster if he's tapping out to Daniel Bryan? It won't make any sense. I mean, if we see Big Cass in like these serious big matches now, all we're gonna have a vision of him losing to fucking Daniel Bryan by tap out. And Vince McMahon thinks that this is a great idea to build up the next star. Hold on a minute. I know Vince McMahon has lost his touch, but I didn't think he was this bad at fucking booking. Oh. I mean, you know what? I cannot wait till Triple H takes over WWE, because this man is so out of touch that I'm surprised that WWE hasn't fucking gone out of business. The decisions he's done the last couple of years, it mind boggles me that this man is still in power. He's done a lot of good for WWE, but he's done quite a lot of bad booking decisions, and stuff like that kind of surprises me. So the next match. The next match was the SmackDown Women's Champion. It was Carmella versus Charlotte Flair. I forgot what happened in this match. Carmella gets the win. Moving on to the next match here, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I've got to say that this was better than the WrestleMania match. I looked at the WrestleMania match. I was thinking maybe they can top Wrestle Kingdom 10. And then I look at the WrestleMania match. I was like, yeah, it was a bit flat. And then I get to this match here, and I was like, oh, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, no disqualification match for the WWE title. These guys had a real good match. They used chairs. They basically did a lot of technical wrestling. And the end comes where they're both low blowing each other, and it ends in a no count out in a no disqualification match. They both couldn't stand, so it ended in a no contest. In a no disqualification match. I didn't even know that was a rule. If you guys knew that, then let me know in the comments, but I did not know that. But like I said, I thought maybe Shinsuke Nakamura was going to get the win, but it looks like to me they're going to drag this out one more pay-per-view. Money in the Bank is probably going to be AJ Styles, Nakamura, and Samoa Joe. Then we have Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. This was so much filler. This match was absolutely filler and forgettable, and we didn't need it on the show. I thought Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn should have got the win. Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley get the win. Like I said, the thing with Bobby Lashley is he's kind of like a Brock Lesnar, is where you have Bobby Lashley come up as like a special attraction. You really don't have him on your Raw and your SmackDowns every week. And since he's come back, he looks like he's just a regular guy. So the nostalgia, the excitement has kind of worn off on him, because you've used him for 2 or 3 weeks now, and the fans are like, okay, he's just a regular guy, and that's that. And I think in the Bobby Lashley case, because he is a big star, they should just use him in limited dates. Maybe do him for a SummerSlam, you use him for a WrestleMania, a Survivor Series, and then we have kind of like a part-time deal with him. We don't have him, him on Raw every week and he's like having TV matches, because when he's facing like big names like Seth Rollins and stuff like that, they're not going to feel special on something like a SummerSlam or a WrestleMania or a Survivor Series. But they got the win on this match. They got a win, so they won this match. On to the next match, we had the main event, and it was Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns. I've got to say they have better TV matches than they have pay-per-view matches, and this was such a stinker. The only thing that I remember is that Samoa Joe made Roman Reigns tap out. He was like that, and I think the ref was distracted, and then anyway, that was a bloody bad decision there. Samoa Joe defeated Roman Reigns. He was tapping. There's a GIF online if you check it out on Twitter. I already posted on my Twitter. Shout out, links it in the description box to my Twitter, so check out my Twitter. I know, cheap plug. Anyway, Roman Reigns wins with a spear. I knew WWE wasn't going to let Roman Reigns lose 3 pay-per-views in a row. This is Roman Reigns. This is the big dog. So, yeah, that's my WWE Backlash 2018 review. What do you guys think of the show? Leave your thoughts down in the comments, and I'll be back again to do maybe a SmackDown review. I don't know. I might do a Nia Jax review. A Nia Jax review. What the fuck? A Nia Jax video. And maybe about promos and stuff like that. So leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll be back again. Whenever. So, peace.